In this video, I'm going to be talking about the hallmarks of an abusive relationship. Hi, my name is Melis Joget. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're here. Please click subscribe and the little bell so that you get a notification every time I post one of these videos. In this video, I'm going to be talking to specifically women and men on how to recognize the hallmarks of an abusive relationship. So I know that a lot of people have posted videos and have conversations online about narcissism, about abuse, but many of us don't really understand what those things are. And there are particular hallmarks that speak to these kind of personalities. You can be with someone so long that you can't even see these hallmarks. So I'm going to give you 3 things to look out for right in the beginning when you start these relationships. If you want to track back to years ago when you met the person, these are things that would have come up that you would have just let go because you would have sat in the benefit of the doubt situation, and benefit of the doubt in these relationships is very dangerous. So the first thing is they want to get into these relationships really quickly. They don't give you a chance to even necessarily make a decision. So between the time you meet them and the time you're in a relationship, there isn't really much to go on. In some cases, some of them play the long game. So you can be friends with someone for a very long time, for a year. But if you evaluate that time that you were friends with them, how much do you actually know about who they are? They can tell you stories about their family. They can talk about maybe abuse in their home or family system issues and stuff like that. But how well do you actually know them? Character-wise, what have you seen that presents to you a quality human being who, number one, can learn from their mistakes, who has the ability to have an intimate, intense, vulnerable conversation with you, and you can share something with that they're not going to use against you, right? The biggest hallmark is them trying to get into relationships really fast, because then you miss all of those initial red flags. Number 2, there's usually very early on in the relationship an indication that something is a little bit off. So they would do something or say something that your instincts are telling you, something's not altogether okay here. This situation doesn't necessarily make sense. So what we generally tend to do is then confront the situation. And then we either get met with anger, silence, or with them giving us a word salad, which is an over explanation of something that is not even answering the question. Those are very big signs that there's a red flag there of someone who cannot take responsibility or accountability. Something you want to avoid altogether, because it will play out time and time again. The reason why this is one thing you don't want to miss is because the first time you allow something that feels weird to slide without an actual answer is the moment you give them permission to continue manipulating you. You've literally allowed your boundary walls down so much that they continue to play this game with you over and over again. And down the years, it actually causes physical damage to your brain. Number 3, you want to find out about their history, and in detail. A lot of abusers are going to give you highlights of the pain from their childhood. But the things that are hallmarks that you want to pay attention to is neglect. How neglected was this person as a child? Were they neglected between the ages of 7 and say 14? Were they spending a lot of time alone? What is their emotional relationship with their parental figures and the people who raised them? Was there abuse, physical abuse to them, or have they witnessed abuse? And what are the things that they focus on when it comes to their family? A lot of the time it's, yeah, they didn't do this for me, they didn't do that for me. But then they are very big on respect. But they don't really have any respectable things to go on when it comes to their parental figures or the people who raised them. This is something we don't do enough investigation on. You have to understand how the family of origin functions, because that is the only way you're going to be able to identify if this person actually is someone you can build with, or someone who's going to build at your expense. With you in the room, they will build right on top of you, right? That is a massive hallmark that you need not miss right in the beginning. So to go over them again, the 3 hallmarks you don't want to miss. Number 1, they want to get into relationships really quickly. They want you to miss the red flags, so they'll do it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Number 2, they usually do something that is strange initially, and then your instincts and everything around you is just like something's off, but they avoid answering questions about it at all. And number 3, find out about their family origin in detail. So I hope this video helps you. I hope to see you in the next video.